Hello, I'm Robert Hawes, and I like Warhammer. You know, the hobby where you paint little models and play games with them. But I suck at it, and I want to get better, so for the next 8 weeks, I'm gonna try really hard, and taking you with me. Let's go.
Hello, this is painting log number 1. I'm going to be painting an orc here, a flash kit. You can't really see it. There you go, it's beautiful. And I'm just getting the silver in at the moment. So yeah, I'll do a little time lapse for you. He's essentially done. I'll throw him up on the screen here for you. And yeah, I'm really proud of his little red guy on his shoulder. I added some veins to him. I like his face paint. I think it contrasts well against the skin. And I think I took him further than I would with a normal paint job. Yeah. Hello, it is May the 3rd, Friday, and I've been working on this apothecary, which I'm pretty happy with so far. He's a dirty fella. He's going to be in my Space Marines army, and I'm looking to do some blood effects on him when I work on him next. And yeah, I think that'll look really good against the white. It'll stand out. And I think maybe what's red, apart from the shoulder pad, I'll make that gold to match the rest of my army better. But apart from that, I'm pretty happy with him. That's about it. See ya. Hello, it is May the 4th, and I've continued my apothecary from yesterday, and I think he's looking really good. I added some really cool blood effects using Blood for the Blood God, great paint. A torn up piece of sponge, which is a technique that I found on YouTube, and I get most of the paint off onto a paper towel, and then I sponge it onto the model, as you can see here, and I think it looks really good. And yeah, I may have overdone the blood, but I added a little handprint on his leg, and I think that looks really good. And also the glowing green parts, like his backpack accessory, his eyes, and the tub that he's holding. And I think he looks way better than yesterday, and that's pretty much it. So yeah.
So that's my current level of painting. But I still suck. So I asked Warhammer veteran, my brother James, to give me feedback on my most recent paint jobs. He is somehow ashamed of his nerdiness, so chooses to remain anonymous.
So constructive criticisms, apothecary. Probably the best marine paint job I've seen you do. Your blood splatter effects have drastically developed since you worked on Dad's Well Eaters with a very realistic grim darkness. White is generally a very difficult color to paint right, but you've done a really good job on making it battle-worn. It's obvious you're telling a story through bold design choices that you've made, e.g. the blood print on the leg armor, as he's attempted to surgeon someone back together. Only things I could suggest are A. Use a bit of gloss paint on canister windows to make it look reflective like glass. B. Dry brush the base a bit with a lighter gray to give it a bit more texture. And C, I haven't tried this myself yet, but maybe pigment powders around the feet instead of paint. Oh, also, I'm much happier that you've decided to start using gold paint instead of painting brown. Looks sick. Other than that, can't fault it. Love your work, bro. Now for the orc. I absolutely love the orc's pet on his shoulder. Great detail of the eye vein and white glint in his eye. Really appreciate the bold design choices you make with the white painted face. Really levels up how menacing this model is. Your orc skin scheme is absolutely on point. You painted a lot of it by this stage. Only suggestions I have is a bit of muzzle bone would look really good on the barrel of his gun. Overall, another ripper. Keep it up.
Wow, bro. Thanks. I guess I should put that feedback to use.
No worries, Burbeans.
But what model could I possibly use? Well, I'm thinking Khan the Betrayer. No, it's actually this metal one from the 90s that weighs about as much as me. What do you mean? Okay, backup plan. I used these new Dark Angels that I got yesterday. They desperately need a repaint. So this is the game plan. Mephiston red base coat, Evil Sun scarlet highlight, Abaddon black on the guns and details, Dawnstone dry brush on the guns, Lead Belcher on the guns, Nuln Oil, a small appearance from Retributor armor, then I do the purity seals, and then Moot green eyes with a white line in the middle. Whew, that was a mouthful. Anyway, this is what they look like. In other news, I've been commissioned to paint for $1,000. This, and especially this. Yes, I understand. Your head should explode. $1,000 is a lot of money. Big boy dollars. And for that, I better do a good job. Hello, it is the 24th of May, and I have just painted a Night Lord. I've been sick for 2 days, it's unfortunate. I spent 2 to 3 hours on this model. There was a lot of trim to paint, but I got through it eventually. And I'm very proud of the freehand lightning bolts that are all over his armor. And I painted every small detail on this very detailed model, and highlighted and recess shaded every color. So I did a lot there. And I washed and dry brushed the base with a lighter grey, as my brother James told me to. And it's also my first attempt at applying a decal, as you can see here. It was very fiddly and complicated, and I needed to use 2 paints that I just bought to do it. But I think it makes the model look really great. And I used my new gloss paint on the glowing chest eye, as my brother James suggested also. And I've just counted, it's my 155th model, not including any repaints that I've done, which is quite a few. And I'd say it's my favorite ever. Yeah. Hello, it is the 1st of June, and this is my last paint job, and the first for my commission. It is the Beast of Nurgle, and I really like this guy. I started off with a dry brush of white, going progressively light. Well, I started with greys and then went lighter until I got to white, and this is called a zenithal highlight. It simulates the sun when it's at its zenith, so straight above the model, light coming down. And then I just did some dirty base coats of the green and the tan and the reds and the pinks. And yeah, that's really helpful just to get some paint on the model early. And after that, I started refining details like the gouges in his guts and the pustules. This is a very gross model, but I love him. And yeah, I just sort of highlighted the entire guy until I was really happy with him. And I was messaging the client all the way through. And yeah, this is my last model, and I really think I've improved since the start. I used some snow paint on his base, and I've never done that before, and I think it looks great. So yeah, thank you for watching. In summary, do I still suck? Well, these are some of my old paint jobs. Chunky, dull, and these are some of my new paint jobs. Crispy, beautiful. With some help from my brother James, and even a little bit of evolution from myself, I have improved. And I may not be painting like this anytime soon, but I'm gonna keep trying, keep painting, and most importantly, keep improving.
Bye.